Mic check 2. It's Law Nation. Shout out to the notification squad. Happy New Year to you all. As this room fill up, be sure to hit that like, share this content, let friends, maybe neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the Ice Wall. Baby, Cowboys coach, living with regret. Times, don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on this. We will give you further and more details of all of this in the feud. Leave none, okay? Come on, baby. The name is Law Nation. Yup.
Ready? Running from it. Destiny arrives all the same. Now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Come on with it. All right.
What more do you want from me?
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on with it. Let's get it. Come on with it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for being part of these conversations. Show of hands if you got a chance to watch the game. Shout out to Hook'ems, Texas Longhorn versus Arizona. That was a fantastic game. We'll go into details of that. Show of hands if you got a chance to watch the previous game with Ashton Genty versus the team that ran right through them, Penn State. So give me your thoughts on all of this, because at the end of the day, Cowboy Nation, there's something that we got to look at, and we don't want to be like Mike Zim. We're going to get into those things, especially for those who tuning in for the first time. Let me know. Put a 3 in the chat if you're first time. Be sure, Oregon suck. Ohio State is running through those boys, and shout out to the Ohio State boys as far as the run game. I wanted us to pay attention to D-line, running backs, wide receivers, those three layers there. So because those are areas of need for this team. But I would be remiss if I don't add in the fact that Bugs, my guy Bugs, hit me up on Instagram. Shout out to you. And he says, Law, I don't give a dog about all of this. We need to draft Cam. Oh, Cam. Scatterboo. So we'll talk about that Scatterboo in a few. But before we go into draft talk and all of that, we're going to talk about the tangible things. Absolutely, we're going to talk about the tangible things. But draft talk will be right around the corner. Let's get it.
Dallas Cowboys
I'm helping
Media.
your guys.
Let me know if you hear audio.
Jasmine, Dallas Cowboys Media. You said that you wish you would have done things your way instead of trying to blend things. At what point in the season do you think you realized that? And if you could go back in time and advise yourself on that decision, what would you tell yourself?
Before we go further, salute to Jazz Monet. She asked the wonderful question there, and it hit him. Look at the countenance on Mike Zim's face, and we got a chance to rap about this part today, and more clips will come about later on. That's why we're a little behind today, but time is relative, right? At some point at this time, we can all look at this and say, hey, we're going to either watch it in the morning time, in the noon, or at night. So y'all rocking with me, and I appreciate that. But let's listen to the Zim.
Just basically what I just said. And I don't know what time it was, when it was during the season, but I was just doing things I was uncomfortable with. And
right.
So I had to, just do what I had to do. But what I would have said, mean, I've said it, to some of the coaches, like, you come in, so here was the situation, okay? They were good last year, right? And so I come in, so I don't want to really rock the boat, and, I probably wasn't as tough as I typically am. I probably wasn't as hard-headed about things and how I want to do things, I guess the best way to say it, and so I wasn't, and that's what I regret the most.
How many of us living with regret? Yeah. How many? There's a lot of people right now that said, man, when I was in high school, man, I could jump out of the building, but I didn't want to play ball because, I had to go roll with the gang, or I had to chase some skirt, right? Or, I love partying. I didn't have my priorities in order, right? How many of you guys can admit to those things? And Zim, he's a light talker, so that's why you can barely hear him, ladies and gentlemen. I can try to turn him up. I can try to hit the boost button here, but he's a very light talker, like one of those, what do you call those mercenary people, or those assassin people, the Italian assassin. So, but what I can say here is that there are a lot of people who live with regrets. There's a lot of people who said, I'm going to start working out now. Or a lot of people saying, I'm going to start doing my YouTubes now, and they waited, and it's 4 or 5 years. I always look at my channel when I first created it. It took me 3 years before I hit that record button and hit that live button, but I created my channel 3 years prior. Guess what? If I were to start my channel and absolutely did something before that time, who knows where I would have been, So at the end of the day, we all live with some shape, form, or fashion regret. Somebody can say, hey, man, I regret that I'm a Cowboy fan because now it's been 29 years of misery. But at the end of the day, boy, I wouldn't turn around and root for any team because this is the team that we all love. Come on with it.
Mike, you mentioned your son, and just, it's your first NFL job since 2022. Just what was the, what you mentioned of why this was important, not just for you, but in his memory as well?
Well, Adam was a terrific kid, is a terrific kid. Really smart, loved football. He would have gave his left arm to be here and do this, and so I know that he's upstairs looking down and cheering every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, that right there was the anvil, and we all get choked up from time to time. And right there, being choked up right there just shows the human quality of what and who he is. Right? We all been through there. Before we go into other details of everything, it is reported that the Cowboys, Trey Lance is still waiting to see whether or not he's going to play this weekend. He's still waiting to see whether or not he's going to be in the mix with all of this, and that's just how that goes. But Trey unsure if he will see the field in Week 18, but absolutely believe he can be the starter. Now, I don't want the Cowboys 15, 10, or maybe 5, or even 1 year from now to say, hey, they regret not playing Trey Lance. But at this time, it is what it is. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I never regretted being a Cowboy fan. I would never regret it. This is from Freddie Morales. Yeah, never regret. Come on with it. Vic Fangio, this is from Daz. Appreciate you. Daniel, appreciate you. Yo, R.I.P. to Adam. Yeah, I believe that was his son. Yeah, so that's just how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. The Dallas Cowboys still uncertain with Trey Lance, someone who got paid $5.5 million to hold the clipboard. Man, I wouldn't regret having that job there. Wouldn't you? Shoot, I would love to have that job. Look, give me 5.5. And every now and then, with 1 minute left on the game, you throw me out there? Shoot. Put me out there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be ready. Come on. I'll be ready. But neither here nor there. There was some news just yesterday that Ezekiel Elijah Elliott will be released, and he is. And Jerry Jones called running back one of the greatest to ever play for Dallas. How do y'all feel about that? And on top of that, before we go into other things with Jerry Jones, this is a very much so a mature move from Jerry. Very mature, because Jerry could have at least, if he really wanted to be screwed with everything, he could have at least said, you know what, you're going to be released, but not this season. We're going to wait till the last season, the last game of the season, and we're going to hold you because we have your rights. We have all of your rights. But that wasn't the case nor the scenario there. Jerry Jones seeked to allow Ezekiel Elliott to be on the free market, and see if a team can pick him up. Now, there's been news and storylines of rumblings of information that other teams been very much so wanting Ezekiel Elliott services. Sources close to Zeke's and his agent also told a few people once before that there's other teams in the mix. So at this time, hold tight for me, y'all. Hold tight for me. Yeah, hold tight for me. Give me 1 second, y'all. Bear with the law. Hold on with me. All right, we back. All right, so with that being said, Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, this is his thoughts on everything. On the team releasing veteran running back Ezekiel Elliott, it was a conversation that he asked for the opportunity to move forward. I think it was clearly what was on front of him, right? He said they started the journey. I'm going to paraphrase. We're doing running back by committee. They started their journey doing that. Also, he took the lead of being that. Here's what I got to say with all of this. Even when you going through the processes of being a leader, sometimes it takes you to step out of the light so that someone else can shine. Sometimes it takes you to step back. You see, there's a greater light and there's a lesser light. When you are the lesser light, you don't have to fight the sun to say, hey, I want to be greater, right? Because when it's your time to shine, guess what? Your opportunity will be there as well. So I think that one of the parts of being a leader is sometimes stepping back and biting your tongue on certain things. Now, truth is truth. And the reality of it is that ultimately Mike McCarthy didn't want Ezekiel Elliott, but he adhered to bringing Ezekiel Elliott in because he's a docile man. He's not a guy that will bang on the table and confront the bosses or the person that's overall in charge and say, hey, I'm running the football program here, not a political one, and I already got the group of guys that I want to lead this particular team. And bringing in Ezekiel Elliott, whether he's good for us or bad for us or indifferent, will only slow down the process of why we drafted Deuce Vaughn or why we want to see Rico have these chances and opportunity. It's a two-way street, right? But when you have the firm capability to stand toe-to-toe with someone who is the person that's over you, sometimes they have no choice to respect that. But when you don't do that, you get walked on, trampled upon, and that could very much so be that the issue. I get it. We hire a bunch of yes men as it relates to coaching. And I get that with the Jason Garretts of the world, with the Mike McCarthys of the world, right? With the Scott Linehan as the offensive coordinators, with the, Wade Phillips, Shane Gailey's of the world. We get those type of beta male mindset complex, which now they adhere to the Joneses because they feel as if though they are given an opportunity that they don't supposed to have. So they shun anything that could cause any type of friction because they don't feel as if they can move their weight around. It's kind of like a man that's watching right now that's 25, still staying with mama, or 35, still staying with mama, or 45, still staying with mama. You know, they got to ask, can I go to the refrigerator? They can't walk around with their whitey tighties on for a degree. They can't take a dump with the door wide open because they stay in someone else's house and they got to abide by someone else's rules. But when you become a man, there's nothing greater than having your own spot where you can go take a dump with the door wide open or leave something on the table and wish that it be moved by someone else, right? There's nothing when you have your own spot, your crib laid out, you can keep the light on as long as you want or leave the water as hot as you want, or you can leave and come back and forth, whatever you want. Every man that's living on this earth should acquire or be able to have that type of moment in their lives. Or an adult should be able to have those moments in their lives. But verily, verily, I say to you all that if you never experienced that, right, and you have to live under someone else's rulings, then it becomes a situation whereas you become docile. You ask, can I have the last swig, whatever swig is, of orange juice in the refrigerator, right? You begin to tiptoe in and shut the door when it's time for you to use it, right? So all of those things are crazy. Angie says independency is amazing. Yeah, it's amazing being able to stand tall and walk around boldly in your own self and say to yourself, these are the things that I want. And as a coach, if you don't have those things, it begins to seep out and the players begin to undermine you. Other coaches begin to undermine you because they will be able to circumvent what you say. Because they look at, and then people are wise. Law, what do you mean? Well, if I'm on this staff and I got a 3-year contract, and you on this staff and your contract end at the end of the year, what can you say to me? Yeah. What can you do to me, Mike? You at the end of the road. You singing the song, pain in my head, all I'd rather be dead. You spinning around. Although we go, come on, somebody sing the rest of that song. So, but what I'm saying is, if I'm Law Nation, got a 3 to 4 year contract, and yours about to expire, ain't nothing you can say to me, right? Ain't nothing you can do to me. I can tell the other boys, hey, I'm looking out for you at the end of the road, and I will put in a good name for you so you can be under this new staff that we're going to get. And now we have frictions. Without it being said, you know. Now we have players who's in the game, who I already made side deals with that you don't want. So that is the culture that Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones embodied, right? So when players see that person is getting favoritism, when somebody is able to witness that, those tiny little cracks begin to seep water out and your ship begin to sink. It may not sink week 1. It may not sink week 2. It may not sink week 3. But damn it, be rest assured that week 6 and week 7, that sink is shipping. is sinking. And they are saying, oh, the owner wanted him back. The coach don't want him back, right? Oh, this guy that's on this roster, oh, he don't really know what he's doing. Jeff Blasco, oh, he really don't know football. Oh, he's only here because this particular coach don't want to get someone with a 2-year contract because that contract will supersede his contract, and he don't want that person going back telling X, Y, and Z. So those are things that we dealing with the Cowboys. But what I go to a little longer, lengthy details of all of this, but we don't have to because I believe most of you guys get what I'm saying. But I see a lot of Rich A. Recruiter and Paul and a few others saying scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo was a juggernaut. And we switching conversation, by the way, for those who don't understand. All right, so we switching it up. We switching lanes over here. Let's pull up Cam Scatterboo. He had a phenomenal game, although Texas won or what have you. But when you look at Cam, he was able to pass the ball for 42 yards. That brother got 100 QBR. That's crazy. He ran the ball 30 attempts for 143 yards, and he averaged damn near 5 yards per toe, 4.8 yards to be exact. 2 touchdowns in that category. And when you think of it, Cam, did he stop there? No. Did y'all watch the game? Cam also had 8 receptions for 99 yards. What he put it like this, what he can't do, basically, what he can't do at this point. And salute to whoever said, Law, you got to check out Cam Scatterboo. Now, I'm with the belief that you can probably get cheap with it, and you probably don't have to draft him in the first. I don't think that he's going to go in the first, by the way. But don't sleep on Cam. If Genty is not there, one can argue now, based off of this one game against true competition. Texas ain't nobody to sneeze at, by the way, especially how that defense can roll, right? And if you think about it, his total body of work, what all he brings to the table, would he be a steal in the 3rd round? Or by playing this tape alone, he's not making it to the 3rd? Because there's somebody with the mindset to say this is a specialized weapon. He got power. He got strength. He got short area quickness. Hey, he don't go down with the first contact, by the way. He can catch out of the backfield. Damn it, he can throw the ball. He can throw the ball, So, so there's somebody saying right now, hey, man, he's better than Dak. What Dak delusional at? Where he at, So at the time, would you rather have someone that can give you good things in all categories, or would you rather have someone that can give you one good thing? And that's something that we will all take a visual to, not to say or to take a dump on Genty, because I think that the kid is phenomenal. Let's keep in mind, Penn State ain't a bad school, by the way. And he had 30 carries. He didn't have 148 yards, but he did put up 104 and he averaged 3.5, right? And that's Boise, right? Come on, let's be real. Of course, people can say that's Arizona, but I'm saying that that's Boise. Shoot, the blue field kind of throw you off sometimes. But I would say this with total transparency. Running backs, man, it's been a wavering thing. Because in one breath, you can say, hey, Law, you can draft the running back in the 7th round, and he can give you Isaiah Pacheco stuff. Or you can go undrafted or in the later rounds, and you can get a Terrell Davis type of groove, right? Or you got to only draft the running back in the first 2 rounds in order to get something great. But no, there's been documentations that you can find a running back in the 3rd or the 4th. it is what it is, you know. So I don't know. I look at it like this. When you look at the tape, remove all of the yardage, remove all of the levels of competition, and they just say trust the tape. I believe there's something out there is trust the tape, you know, podcast. So that's just how that go. Yeah. Ooh, Terrell Davis was cold. Yeah, he was cold-blooded with it. So I don't know, man. If you want Scatterboo, put KS in the chat. If you want Ashton Genty, put AJ in the chat. You know, I just don't know how this thing can rock from here, because at the end of the day, guess what? The Cowboys need to draft a running back. But I would not be convinced that this team is willing to try to do this if they wait to the 5th round. I just can't believe that this team would sit on their hands and wait and say, yeah, you know, we just going to draft the running back in the 5th or the 6th round. And now I'm banging on the table saying, what are the Cowboys really trying to do? These Ortiz says for the $9.99 for your mind. Appreciate you so much. People are worried about Scatterboo's speed. He got short area quickness though, and that's sometimes long speed ain't gonna be good, right? But we have speed on this team, and we don't know how to use it. I'm not knocking Foot's take, but we need a downhill running back. Oh, so what was the take, D, that Foots had to say about Scatterboo, you know? But speed is speed. But I look at, sometimes when you look at running backs, you got to look at the short area quickness. Can they crawl and get out of the space? Can they make the person miss? Can they hit the right hole? See hole, hit hole. Can you have the vision, the patience runs? Like you can be an extreme patient runner like a Le'Veon Bell, who everybody, he wasn't an extreme blazer. He was a bigger back before all of his mind and his brain. Something going on in Steelers land, because a lot of their players become crazy. But neither here nor there. You got to be able to have short area quickness. Long speed is here. Like, there's only a few Chris Johnsons. And the Cowboys, to the life of me, they got a guy that runs a 4.29, and they still don't know what to do with Cavante, which is Turpin, you know. So I don't know. Angie said hit that glory hole. Well, you got to hit it at full strength. You can't come in there soft, right? So that's what, pause if necessary. Well, it is late somewhere, so everybody should be over 21 that's listening right now. All right, so Foots State is worried about his speed. Yeah. I'm old enough to remember that Emmitt Smith wasn't a blazer, right? He was a good patient runner, right? And he was a guy with vision. I'm not saying that Scatterboo or Genty or anybody out of this draft is of the ilk of an Emmitt Smith. Samson says, I'd rather take my chances on
David
Genty.
JFK MLK $50.
Lord!
He's no Genty Law. Genty facing 8 and 9 man fronts all season long with no other real weapons on the team, plus the O-line misses assignments all the time. With Tyler Smith and BB and Lamb, he's like Barkley and Prayers.
Prayers for New Orleans.
Damn.
Woo!
Give me nothing, you. Whoa.
Get them all of the buttons.
Prepare for glory.
Give David all of the buttons.
It's an evil world we live in.
Appreciate you so much, man, for all of y'all super chats, man. He says Scatterboo is Taysom Hill. Okay. Here's how I got to decipher this one, and I appreciate you $50 super chat. That will go back to the funds of helping growing the nation here. Facing 8 and 9 man fronts, we all know that Genty was the ultimate weapon there, and there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, right? When I say that the Cowboys, if Genty is not there for them to pluck, it's not the end of the world. because now you have to contextualize your team. Maybe they go with a Tet if Tet is there. Maybe they go with a Luther Burden if he is there. But then you dissect to your mindset to say, hey, can I still find a feasible running back in the second or the third round? But what you can't do, ladies and gentlemen, is wait until the fifth, because we got that big voided area, that sweet spot. For some strange reason, by us not having a fourth round draft pick is a very detriment to this team in running back selection, because I truly believe that in the last 2, maybe 3 years of running back drafting, that sweet spot was right there in the late third, early fourth rounds, right? So that by us going and getting a Mingo, Jonathan Mingo, by us going and getting a Jonathan, that set us back for a degree. D, appreciate you. The RTs, appreciate you. Why not have them both, Law? One in the first round and the other one in the sixth. Well, if Scatterboo can fall to the sixth, then you roll the dice and you say, hey, let me pick him up. And if something happened to him down the stretch and he fool around and, let's say, for example, get caught with a gun under the seat, shout out to Voch Lombardi, or get caught with some type of nefarious things of drug charges and stuff like that, then I'm not putting that on that kid. But then you go get him regardless. You say, well, we got some good PR stuff over here that we can iron and smooth that out. Devin Neal is Emmitt Smith light to me. Now Devin Neal is another guy. But there will be people flipping the table over if you go and draft a Devin Neal in the first, right? If you draft a Devin Neal in the second, people flipping tables over. Third round, his seat. You see, this is where I'm going. Devin Neal will be perfect in the fourth. But newsflash, we don't have a fourth round draft pick. That's why I say that fourth round draft pick, that Mingo pick, really is going to burn. You know, unless Mingo next season going to ball. If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. You know what I'm saying? If he going to do that next year. But what are the odds? What are the chances? Those are if we talking about regret, shoot, that's my regret for this particular team. Is throwing away the fourth round draft pick. Who is old enough to remember that Bucky Irving, he would have been a fourth round draft pick for us if the Cowboys were wise with their selections, right? So now we don't know. We don't know. But I do like Neal. There's a gang of running backs, man. Before the season ended right now, 3 months ago, Ollie Gordon was considered the best running back. You know, Ollie Gordon. But now, shoot, Ollie Gordon is like 6th on people's list, right? 7th. So, Flamingo, y'all crazy. Shout out to you, Def King, too. So that's just how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. But, you know, when you look at all of these things, you have to say, okay, all right. As of January the 1st, if the season ends, we'll be picking 13th selection. And if I press this pretty little button right here to say it's mock, and I appreciate all of y'all support, we will have Ashton Genty. Before we dog that pick out, let's pay dividends and respect to David, who put the $50 in the kitty pot, you know. You in the kitty. Yeah, you got to put money in the kitty, right? He says, let's go get Genty, because he didn't have the set of offensive line that we have. Yeah, I know that those 2 fumbles really scared the bejesus out of most of you all. But now you got to quantify collectively, say to yourself, hey, Genty now got CeeDee Lamb? Genty now had the opportunity in a situation to run with a kind of caliber of quarterback like Dak Prescott is healthy, if healthy. Yeah. So that's just how it goes. I got Henderson better than Genty. This is from City Style Boxing. stronger competition all throughout the year. Are you talking about Ohio State, Henderson, right? I mean, here's how the draft works. Right now, the best wide receiver out of last year's draft is my guy. It's my guy from LSU. Well, you had Action Powell. Thomas played for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right? So on one end, we can look at this and people can talk about this, but if you don't mention it, nobody wouldn't even know it, right? Nobody would even be paying attention to it. Yeah, so it's all about your mindset and things of that nature on how you perceive the value to be, right? If you look up the numbers, and I thought I had the cheat sheet right in front of me, but I don't. But I encourage you guys to look up the numbers of Jaden Daniels compared to what's the kid that got drafted by the Chicago Bears? And we just talking about numbers, right, at the surface level, not into the individual games, right? If you look at the numbers, they mirror each other, right? But Jaden Daniels will be considered a better quarterback because they're on a team that's winning. Yeah. So this is how that goes. Neighbors, yeah. Brian Thomas Jr. And if you look at the numbers, Brian Thomas Jr. put up phenomenal numbers, right? Oh, my God. But everybody know Malik Neighbors. Bring back Zimmer for one more year. This is from Byram Joe David. My only thing is with bringing back Zim for 1 year is that these type of things hinder the organizations, in my opinion, unless he have a situation where he can pour upon his info and intellect to the next coach, and they're going to use Caleb Williams is his name. Appreciate it, Lonnie. Yeah. I don't like coaches on 1 year deals. That's just a flat out truth. I just don't like them on 1 year deals. I want a commitment. Yeah. I want assurance. Yeah. I want that. Yeah. So I don't want coaches on 1 year deals. I don't like the temp job approach. I don't like, unless this is the kind of caliber of team that particular coach got full autonomy, whereas he can look a player in the eyes and say, hey, if you F up one more time, there's going to be that pine. Yeah. That pine for your mind. You're going to ride that pine. You know what I'm saying? So I want full transparency, and I want coaches to have the ability to say, you mess up one time, Booth, you're going to be working up out of a phone booth. And, there's people right now watching don't even know what a phone booth is, right? Especially if you're born in 2000 something, So, yeah, that's just how it is. I want commitments, man. And speaking of that, everything is dealing with a sacrifice. Yeah. Lonnie says, Law want a committed relationship. I ain't looking for no one-night stand, no. No, I want some commitment. And can you be committed to your commitment? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. We ain't finna have a fling. No. We ain't finna have no one night. It's members only. No. Leave a sock on the doorknob. And no. My guy Sampson says, clean house. We need a breath of fresh air. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. and there's nothing wrong with terms, right? There's literally nothing wrong with terms. Everybody needs terms. I don't like the dictatorship that the NFL got with these owners. I believe that if organizations been in a drought for 10 or more years, that there should be a ruling that they have to put the team up for sale, right? Hey, what the bylaws? That's why they have laws, baby. Sure. You know, I love every 4 years you got to go through the election period. Can you imagine if we have a dictatorship and you can, whoever's the president, that's the president. Just deal with it. No, we need to have terms around this mug, man. Come on with it. Yeah. Yeah, we need that. So that's why we are able to look at Mike McCarthy and his term is over with. We would say we as the people believe that we need a change of direction. The fans need to have a vote in this, right? So that's what they need to do. Yeah. The fan vote for Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett shouldn't have been here for 13 years, man. Yeah. Yeah. So that's just how it is. And then when Jason Garrett left, they brought back a bigger Garrett. No. They need to stop that. Terms, baby. Jerry, you got a lot of percentages of the vote, but the fan vote states that over 10% of the fan the swing vote, something like that. Jerry still figure out ways to veto and move stuff around. But that's a good idea, though, with the ownership. Yeah, get somebody else a chance to hit this money line as it relates to coaching for the America's team. Because what I ultimately believe that there's really no incentives to some of these ownership outside of making money. I think that, that we need to abolish revenue sharing, right? I think that every tub shall sit on his own bottom. I'm from old school. Yeah. Because I know we want parity in the league. We try to do the salary cap stuff. But let's get back to the olden days. Hey, if your business failing and not doing the things they're properly supposed to do because you're not putting forth this revenue sharing crap, I'm tired of it. Because everybody ain't pulling their weight around here, but they talking noise to us. Can you imagine? All of these 31 other teams are not pulling their weight around. The Cowboys get all of these views, all of these ratings, and bad results. And you get somebody who gets some of the revenue sharing. They spitting and talking noise to us. And we the one carrying the ratings. We the one getting the deals. Shoot. They need to have a policy changed over here. Yeah. Ain't that right? Let me know if y'all disagree. Yeah. So that there should be a situation whereas we need to stop doing this revenue sharing and we need to abolish the salary cap stuff. It was put into place so that the league, because before Jerry Jones got here and everything, the league itself, and I know the Dallas Cowboys organization itself was losing millions of dollars a month or something like that. So they came up with a clever idea to save some of the owners by doing revenue sharing. Eventually, some of the people didn't like it. Some of the people didn't like the individual sponsorship deals and stuff like that the Cowboys were getting and they wasn't getting. So Jerry came up with a great scheme to say, hey, well, we can split the revenue. We do revenue sharing. We split it amongst everyone, right? Everybody eat. But some people you got to leave behind. But some people ain't putting in the work. Yeah, it's Jerry's fault. That's why he had to sue the NFL in '96. They was like, hey, man, everybody else got Rodell. Who grew up wearing the Rodell helmets? And you guys get a chance to have Nike? Yeah. Don't commit. Yeah. Get back to winning. Yeah, so if you commit to mediocrity, then you get what you get. Some people have to. Can you imagine how successful the NFL is? And I gave this before one off season, that it's equivalent to Chick-fil-A, Burger King, McDonald's, and maybe Williams Chicken and Chicken Express and all of these fast food chains should just share the revenue. When in actuality, Chick-fil-A are the only ones that's giving you real, true customer services. Yeah. I mean, you go to Chick-fil-A, they serve you hand and foot. My pleasure. You can cuss them out. Mother sucker, I asked for extra sauce. My pleasure. But if you ask for extra sauce at Popeyes or McDonald's, they're ready to fight. McDonald's say, hey, that'd be 15 cents. Just for sauce, you know. But everywhere else, shoot, Chick-fil-A, my pleasure, you know. Yeah. Customer service on point. Can you imagine if they had the philosophy and the principle of the NFL and we just do revenue sharing? Yeah. And the Burger King and McDonald's only giving you partial services, but get all of the credit. It don't make sense. I think that every business within the confines of the NFL that's under their shield should be able to stand on their own 2 feet. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Happy New Year. Yeah, thoughts on Jonathan G. I think he can run in between the splits. He got short area quickness. He got low gravity to the ground. He can be utilized definitely on C-gap runs. And he's a forward. He leans forward when he's about time to tackle. You normally don't see one person being able to get him down. And he has subtle speed. I don't know what he's going to run in the 40, but I think that Genty, by far, with vision, patient feet, is by far one of your better backs in this type of situation. Now you have Cam Scatterboo, who y'all know y'all witnessed tonight. When I look at these score sheets, man, what he was able to exhibit and exude. Let me say this again. Cam was 1 for 1 on throwing the ball 42 yards. 100 QBR. He had 30 carries for 143 yards on the ground, averaging 4.8. Have y'all seen the Longhorns defense? There's nothing to sneeze at. On top of that, to the tip, to the top, you don't stop. The brother had 8 receptions for 99 yards. Shoot. And he averaged 12.4 yards per catch. You know, and the brother was just everywhere. So you can clearly see when you look at Scatterboo, he's the engine. That boy can bring some stuff to him. And if someone said that, yeah, man, shoot, he's 40 ounce. Nah, he ain't 40 ounce. Same complexion, different results. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I would say that this kid can scoot. Chick-fil-A not overrated. You just don't know the flavored food. Seabass. Who said Chick-fil-A overrated? Yeah. Only thing good is chicken biscuits. Hey, y'all fighting over Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A good in its own way, right? It's the services. People going to always remember how you made them feel. And they make you feel, my pleasure. Is there anything else I can help you with? Oh, did we do a good job? You know. It's all about how they leave behind. Yeah. Scatterboost. Shout out to you, Coyote. Thank you for your support with the $2 super chat. So at this time, if you scat in the boost and you fool around and swerve and hit something, and you bang something and, you know, you okay, but the other person not, and you in the car, you just got to do this. Because at the end of the day, even though someone else is driving you in the car with them, hey, it begins with this.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frankel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frankel first.
Yes, indeed. That is 214 or 817. Appreciate you. Gotta pay them bills. Yeah. Can you pay my bills? Hey, my guy said, and I lost your name, but I think it's David, who said, hey, he got a barbecue truck with sauces and everything that he does. Send me some. My information is in the description box, by the way. Send me some of that barbecue sauce. I eat it live on the show. Send me some of that barbecue sauce. We a scat boost around. But Frankel Law Firm, Frankel and Frankel Law Firm is one of the greatest law firms in the state of Texas. Be sure to check them out at frankelfirm.com if you ever in a car wreck, fender bender, and beyond. But the hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. I give y'all a full show regardless. Even in the wee hours, it's 10 o'clock. Come on, baby. Happy New Year to you all. I got the first caller, Pastor Tim from the 469. Come on in it. Come on in. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by frankelfirm.com.
How y'all doing, everybody? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
God bless everyone.
God bless America. Come on with it.
Yes, sir. Man, I watched the games, man. I watched Texas, man. Oh my goodness, man. I watched Ohio State, man. I watched, man, like these different teams, man. I look at it, I said, man, I see some guys, man, gonna be a good fit for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, we gonna get one of them. All we gotta do is get one of them, huh?
Man, I hope we get, man. I hope we get, bro. I hope we get, man. This guy I see on Ohio State, man, defense, man. I hope we get some guys, a couple guys on that, and get some couple guys on Texas defense, and give me maybe one guy on Oregon defense. Cause I see some guys, man. I see some guys who will fight and bull rush and get to the quarterback.
No doubt.
And stop the run.
Stop the run.
See, that's what we need, man. Stop the run, get to the quarterback. Stop the run, get to the quarterback. Because when we do that, brother, we're going to be an awesome team.
Amen.
But the struggle we have is stopping the run. Come on, brother. Man, stop the run. That's the deepest struggle we have. That's the hard struggle we have. Sometimes, because we don't have enough courage to gather the truth and tell each other, I love you, brother. Whatever you need, I'm here.
On stopping the run.
I'm here for you. I'm here to stay with you, brother. Whatever you need, because I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to fight with you. I got my cowboy gun with me. I got my cowboy hat with me. I got my boots ready. I'm ready to go to war.
Come on with it.
Because let me tell you something I had today, brother.
All right.
Today, look, I had some, let me tell you something. I had some eagle chicken. I fried up some eagles in my bucket. I fried up some eagles in my pot. I fried them up real good, made them crispy. And I ate up them eagles. Because eagles, let me tell you something. Even though y'all beat them, but it's not over. It's not over. Because we got another year to beat y'all again. Because we beat y'all so many times.
Okay.
Y'all beat us so many times, but y'all beat us this year. I'll give it to you. Y'all beat us this year.
Okay.
But it's always next year. Because the last couple years, we dust y'all Eagles. So I ain't gonna worry about it. We all will have bad games.
All right.
Bad seasons.
Okay.
And injuries. Injuries are always gonna come. I mean, we had a bad year. This year always ever since we started this season. We had an injury.
But we may endure through the night, but what come in the morning? Come on with it.
Yes, sir.
Joy come. Yeah, come on with it. Joy
comes in the morning.
Come on with it, Pastor. Appreciate you so much, man. Yeah.
What you call you? Help your brother. What you call you? Help your daddy. What he call you?
Yeah.
Help your mama. What he call you?
Yeah.
When your family call you, come to the aid. Come to the aid and help them.
Yeah, come to the aid.
Build up the courage. Oh, come on. Help. Build up the courage. Because we are free.
Free at last.
Freedom. We are free. Yeah. So build up the courage and say this is a new year. It's time to courage.
New year.
It's time to love.
Scatterboo. Come on with it.
It's time to have a heart to tell you, I love you, my brothers.
I love you, man. Come on with it.
It's better. Because this This draft gonna be an awesome draft.
Come on with it. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established. Come on with it.
It shall be established.
Come on, preach.
This year gonna be a good draft. It's gonna be an awesome draft. And I'm telling you, we gonna draft so good and deep. We gonna make a change in coming to this Dallas Cowboys team.
We will.
It's gonna be amazing to feel the new changes. It's gonna be amazing to feel the new rookies to shine with the star on their helmet. Come on, boy.
Come on, boy. You slap your neighbor. Come on with it.
Come on. Feel good. It's time to slap your neighbor.
Come on.
And wake them up. Slap your neighbor and wake them up.
Slap him up. Claim it. Name it and claim it. There you go. Yeah. Come on, slap him.
It's time to fight. It's time to win. It's time to win. It's time to win.
Come on. In closing, Rev. Come on, Rev. In closing.
Happy New Year. And God bless everybody and love one another and be encouraged.
Be encouraged. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Hey, man, appreciate you so much. Let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Yes. He had Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. He had Daniel in the lion's den. He had Killer Cat. Get off the island. Yes. Yes, indeed. Turn up Pastor Tim. Yes, indeed. He said, there's a God somewhere. Good Lord. Yes. So, hey, who knows, man? Hey, that's the first message of the new year. He's the first. He was literally, Pastor Tim was literally the first caller of the year. Come on with it, you know. Yes, indeed. So shout out to him. And he boys said, yeah, come on. Shout out to y'all, man. All right. So, man, I hate to be Eric coming behind him. But, you know, Eric is joining us on the couch. Eric is a diehard Seattle Seahawks fan, right? I still want DK Metcalf. You can always bring him over to the silver and blue with the star on the side of the helmet, and we'll give you Brandon Cooks. I got from the 206. Eric, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's going on tonight?
Going great. Going great. Boy, we having a revival, you know. What's good?
Yeah, I guess we're going to be sitting right there with you, pal.
Yeah, you're sitting right here, got a nice little couch, man, and we just waiting on the Washington, you know, and we're waiting on the Eagles. We got me, you, the 49ers, the Giants, we all on this couch. We just waiting on two more teams, and then I'll be okay. And then Washington and as well as the Eagles. I got room for two more seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not winning as many games this year as I would have wanted to.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, the two games that stand out to me the most, losing to the Rams that first game out here in Seattle, that one stung.
Yeah, it did.
And if that's not bad enough, we are actually one of the only teams that the Giants actually beat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for real?
Yeah,
Didn't
they
know
got
that.
to us. Yeah, they got to us, all right.
Yeah. You ain't lying. Yeah, they got to us, man, or they got to you all right there. And that's just how it goes, E. You know, you win some, you lose some, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what else you got going on for the show today, man? What you got for my Cowboys? What's your thoughts on our Cowboys, man? You know?
I feel like it's gonna be okay. If Luke Bowden from Mizzou would fall to Dallas, I'm a big Mizzou guy. I would say strongly consider that in this situation.
Okay.
Strongly consider Bowden in that situation, or a Gentry, a running back.
Okay.
That would be another one. Just a couple of guys to really strongly think about.
Mm-hmm. Luther Burden. Okay, that's what you were saying. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And of course, in closing, all I got to say is how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, Eric? And salute to your team until we play them. Appreciate you, man. That's a good call from Eric. That's my guy, my brother from another mother, man. And on top of that, I got to come up with some illustrations, but I thought I could build this while he was talking. What side of the couch, man? What side of the couch, man, we on? We got, what end y'all got over here, man? Once you grab another end, I'm going to have to create a way where we can put some stars and maybe a Giants logo and a 49ers logo somewhere, and we just sit there on the couch. And if the couch ain't big enough, look, we can always make it big. Come on. Yeah. Which end of the couch y'all want, man? Shoot. There we go right there. We going to definitely have the couch ready for the watch. I'm just waiting I got 2 more spots available on this couch, Oh, I need a bigger couch, right? Some chairs or something. But they're going to end up grabbing one of these seats over here one way or another, ladies and gentlemen. For sure. Y'all know how this goes, Cowboy Nation. The hotline was 657-390-7391. But for the new year, I guess only my guy Pastor Tim and Eric is available to get on in over here. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we got the couch ready. It's going to be fabulous, you know what I'm saying? I picked and select this couch out myself, It's silver, So it's going to be a nice, good silver couch, and we're going to put some stars on it somewhere, and we're going to have a fun time on the couch, man, for this off season. I can't believe that also there's one other person that's going to sit down, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I had it. I had it somewhere over here. Come on with it. I know I had it somewhere. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, breaking news. This a long time ago. I didn't get a chance to talk about that 10 hours ago. But the Eagles are resting Saquon Barkley. Let me ask y'all, and I know this is outside of the norm, talking about another team. How do y'all feel about that? Are y'all excited about that? Did Saquon Barkley, they gave him an option, and he decided to take the leadership role and say, you know what, I'm going to rest. Do y'all feel as if, though, since he's close enough, why not attempt faith, right? F-A-T-E, and go ahead and grab that record. A smart move from JF. Okay, who else we have here? No one else. Yeah, Wanza says, yeah, smart move. Yeah. Okay. Most of y'all are saying smart moves.
It starts from the first.
It started with the first call. I hit the wrong button on that one that time, though. It's been 11,000 days, y'all. 11,000 days since Jerry Jones done changed up this. I don't know. I do know that Jerry said himself that he is regretting this and that. So we do know that Jerry Jones is living with regret. Here's what's going to happen. There's a lot of people that said, this team, we will win. But we will not win as long as Jerry is above ground. And I get their sentiments on that. There's a lot of people who feel as if, though, we won't win until he tastes the dirt. But I will tell you guys, I was listening to an episode of Les Brown, and he was talking about the wealthiest place on earth is the cemetery. And it hit me when he said it. He said that there in the cemetery are billions, in fact, trillions, dollars of dreams. That's been unsolidified, So now they are going to the grave with regret. How many of us that's watching right now that had $1 billion idea, $1 million idea, maybe $1,000 idea, but they refuse to act upon it. They refuse to work their way towards their dream, their goal, their ambition. I always say that there's two important days of your life. The day you was born and the day you realize your purpose. How many of us are operating out of our purpose, building and living our dream? Or how many of us are living with regret? The title of this show is Leave None, right? Don't regret not signing Scatterboo. If you feel in a heart of hearts, not saying that you do foolish things and draft them in the first round. But don't regret saying, I shoulda, woulda, coulda kept D-Ware for one more year, but I let money get in the way. Randy Moss was right there, but I let outside sources and news and information get in the way. Right? I let my emotions get in between the business decision.
Emotional damage.
So I send a wide receiver to Cleveland Browns for, I believe, a 5th round draft pick or something like that, and a bag of peanuts. I got angry and upset at the way we handled a certain agreement. I didn't like how they was talking about me behind my back. And then when I confronted said person, they said it to my face. That's Jimmy Johnson to Jerry Jones. But I told that same person that I can find 500 other coaches to do what we were able to do. I wonder how much of a regret is living in the soul and the sinew and the mindset of Jerry Jones. I guarantee you, he probably thought that Jimmy was gonna weasel when he was at that bar, right? Talking about Jerry Jones. But no, Jimmy had that full of liquor courage, and he said, yeah, I said to your face, you don't know football. And he probably was like,
He ain't lying.
Somebody said he ain't lying. Sometimes, in the words of Friday, Craig, put that gun down and fight with these. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day, you know, whatever the line is. Don't let a temporary solution be a long-term outcome. Come on with it. You got to stand firm in what you believe in, of course, but also be man enough to say, hey, I made a mistake. I know some of y'all walking around and probably hit your toe on the edge of that coffee table and said all type of cuss words. You even got mad at the coffee table. The coffee table was there first. So just say shit and move on. Oh shit, I'm moving on. There's nothing wrong with that. Say a little cuss word and move on. But don't hit the table. The table didn't do nothing to you. I remember Bloodsport back in the days, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And the guy that was smashing bricks on his head. And you know they would smash the bricks. And Bolo Young, may he rest in peace. One of the greatest Asian fighters of all time. Bolo Young says, brick, don't hit back, right? Yeah. Brick, don't hit back. Channel your anger, channel your mindset to higher heights is what I'm getting at. Yeah, Rico said that pinky toe would make a Saint cuss, right? Let him hit that pinky toe. I believe, they said, man, God got a great sense of humor, right? And he laughed at our calamities, I meant to say. Y'all don't think he ain't laughing when he hit that pinky toe? He probably laughing. You hit that pinky toe and he's looking and seeing what you gonna say, The bishop just cussed. Y'all look. He thought he was holier than thou. He hit that pinky toe. Oh, shit. Blasphemous. Shoot. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. But in laughter, in leaving, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired, and it makes you all hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty, and it will, and useless, and it will without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your beautiful mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you all away from the thing you want, if dark and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, come on and say it with me. You will get it. So don't hit that coffee table. Let me tell you what's worse than the edge of that coffee table. If you're old school like me, that edge of that bed rail. Shoot. Shoot. You gonna say some stuff. That bed railing? Shoot. It'll get you really old mother. You gonna say mother and you gonna say a whole bunch of stuff. It ain't gonna hurt for a long that shin. Hitting that shin, shoot. And who got little ones? Who got little ones and you end up stepping on some Legos with the naked foot? Boy, you cussing the kid out. You cussing Legos and them out. You trying to find everything. Shoot them Legos, boy. Shoot. You step up. I'm talking about with the naked foot. Out the socks. You step on some Legos. Shoot. Come on with it. Roll those credits, baby. Come on with it. Who stepped on some Legos now? Y'all perfect in the chat. D, appreciate you. Samson, thank you. David, JFK, MLK, appreciate you. Who will law? Byron Joe David, appreciate you. Maxa Millie, shout out to you. Coyote. Yup. Bolo Young, baby. Bloodsport was good. Shout out to you, David Jenkins. Call it too legit. I just wanna run it up. Come on with it. Ooh. Put some fires in the chat. Shout out to you, Albert. Angie says, my kid, a teenager, don't know your pain, Law. Well, them Legos back in the days were crazy, though. But now your kid, a teenager, they talking about, Angie, Mama, let me get the car. You got boys or girls, Angie? Let me know in the chat. Shout out to you, Eric Stewart. Come on. Appreciate everybody who stays all the way to the end. Ashley, Dow Cow, appreciate you. Rico in the chat. Salute to Heavy Nuts. That's a cold-blooded YouTube name. Appreciate you. Nah, she's 14. Oh, Lord. You got a 14-year-old daughter. But she gonna start asking for that car. Mama, let me get that car. Shoot. Happy New Year to you too, Cowboy Steven. Appreciate you. Yep. I would say something, but you know, we would keep it PG-13. C Bass, what's good? Yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you.
And you.
For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Let me crack your cranium.
You know it's
Fertilize your brain.
to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
I be on. Come on with it.
Wherever you go, whatever you do,
And remember,
7 years of a perfect love, 7 more and another one,
and another one.
and another one.
DJ Law Time. Now it's late night session. Come on with it. On the real.
On the real, me and your mama are real serious.
Come on with it.
So it look like I'm be around here for a while. I ain't trying to be your daddy or nothing. But if you need some advice, feel free to talk to me.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be
Nah, my brother don't have a YouTube channel, man. Are you talking about Twin? Twin is on a sabbatical now. Twin is on a sabbatical, man. He gone, man. He'll be back though. Sabbatical Twin. Come on with it. His schedule changed and my schedule's everywhere. But hey, let's get on up out of here, man. I held and I stole enough of y'all time. If you are watching all the way to this point, can y'all beautiful people do me a huge favor? Hit the like, share this content. I was supposed to say that on the front end. Until next time, DC for life. And I get you. I see the Eagles fans in here.
It's an evil world we live in.
But at the end of the day, I got a couch. And y'all talking that good stuff. I got the Niners on this couch. Giants on this couch. We on this couch. But I can't wait to put the logos on there, man. Come on with it. It's going to be a cold-blooded couch. We still them boys over here. Come on with it. I'm still them boys.
Oh, I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on me. I'm still them boys.
Go birds. Let's go birds.
They don't never get old.
Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys.
Pastor Tim. Until next time, DC for life. Peace. Much love to y'all.